Hey guys and girls, and welcome to a little guide that I decided to do for the Dartmoor mission. It's the second mission in Hitman 3, and this is a super easy guide for how to get a Silent Assassin suit only rating on this mission. It's really easy to do. You don't have to be even very good at the game. I did this on this mission after having just done the 3 mission stories, and it was super straightforward. You need to be about level 8 to use this method, as I'm starting from the starting location of behind the mansion. But other than that, there's no requirements. You don't need any shortcuts or anything like that. So I'm starting behind the mansion. I'm taking some coins and a lockpick. You need the coins, you need the lockpick, and then I'm taking the silver baller, the small gold bar and I'm wearing the signature suit for whatever reason. So the first thing we're going to do when we load in at the back of the mansion is we're going to head straight over through these bushes towards the greenhouse. Now we're heading towards the greenhouse for a very specific reason. What we're doing is we're going to set up the kill in the first 10 minutes and then wait for it to happen in the rest. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at this guard and wait for him to move over towards his drink bottle on the right hand sort of stone wall. As soon as he moves, we're going to move straight in because the timing is quite tight on this. So we're going to move over. We needed the lock pick because we need to pick this lock, so we use it straight away. We go in. Now we go through here, and then we take a straight right. We go back out the greenhouse over to the fountain, and on the fountain there will be a wrench. We need that ideally. Don't worry too much about the guards around here. You should be able to get past them without being completely spotted. They may see glimpses of you, but otherwise that's all fine. We need to turn right and fix this equipment straight away. Diana will make a comment about it, but just fix it and then move back the way you came, back through the doors you initially picked. Make sure to pick up that boat key on the way, although you can pick it up later if you miss it there. We're going to head back into the boat. I turn around just because I want to pick up that gold bar that I decided to smuggle in, and then we're going to head straight back out. That is the first step done, and arguably the most important step. The next part is we need to head over to the graveyard because we need to pick up an item. So we're just going to sit and wait for these guards to finish talking. They're actually going to talk about the safe in Madame Carlisle's bedroom, not office, not bedroom, and that's going to be our target for how we're going to get the case file. We're going to make our way to Madame Carlisle's office later, and we'll talk about that. So just wait for those guys to turn around and then continue heading on through the bushes. You can just sort of wait for them to get just a little bit further, and then you can hug the river, and you should be able to get quite far along the river, and the bushes should hide you. So once you're past the bushes, you should be able to run along, no issue. Like I said, guys, super easy way to get Silent Assassin suit only. I did this on my first try. It's just dead straightforward. This guy on your right, gardener, you shouldn't have to worry about him. You need to watch out for the guards on your left hand side, as well as the gardener and the maid, or it might be security. And now we're going to get over here. Now in this graveyard, there's going to be a gardener, and there's going to be a funeral guy. We need to distract the gardener very quickly, just because he gets in your way sometimes. You can do this without taking out the gardener, but this is just such a convenient little subdue to do, and it makes this so much faster. Otherwise you have to sneak all the way around the graveyard to get towards the item that we need. So once he's in, we need to wait for the Undertaker to leave the graveyard. He should go out to go and talk to the woman by the painting. We're going to go across the entrance and over to this box over here, which on top of which is a crowbar, which we will need later. Once we've got that, we're going to take advantage of the fact that we're actually on this side of the mansion, and we're going to go and take care of the case file now, because it's the fastest way of getting up there. And like I said, we're taking advantage of the fact that well, not taking advantage, but we are doing this without using any shortcuts or anything like that. So you're going to work your way across these paths, just trying to avoid people. You should be clear to climb up here without being seen, and then you can head over to this drain pipe here. So some of you may have used this drain pipe in your casual playthroughs to get access to Emma and Gregory's bedroom, but you can also use it to just get into the mansion. It's a really good entry point for if you're going for a suit only run. So head into the door, and then if you need to, pick up that cane to use some of the secret entrances. But once you're through, just go straight into the bathroom on your left and then out of the window, and you can use this to get round. You don't have to do this, you can just sneak through the corridors, but this is the safest way to get around, because you are almost guaranteed not to be seen. Watch out for this guard on your right, because he paces that corridor, patrols that corridor, and so he could see you through the gap. You're going to go all the way around the sitting room balcony and straight back out the window again. Now you're going to go around this corner and you'll see another pipe. Now this pipe is actually going to scale, we're not going to go around it. So we're going to grab onto this pipe and then climb back up, and we will be at Madame Carlisle's office balcony. There's 2 guards up here and 1 guard in the office. Watch out, the guard in the office can see you from there. So we're going to jump onto this other pipe and go all the way up to the top balcony. No one ever comes up here to my knowledge, so no need to worry about it. We're going to open these doors and no worries about the guard, he can't see you. I'm going to run down the stairs, I'm going to take out my gold bar. And hit him in the head. That doesn't seem to alert anyone outside the office from my experience. Obviously, when you're doing this, you should try and make sure that Madame Carlisle is not going to walk into the office at any second. I can see on my map that she's downstairs, so I was safe to do this, but you know, it might not be visible for you, so make sure to keep using that sort of instinct to see where she is. So there you go, I'm checking for her now. But take that guard, drag him upstairs and put him into this box. That's the only guard that we need to take care of in this room. However, once we've taken him downstairs, I'm now checking again for Madame Carlisle. She's making her way upstairs. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that she's coming upstairs. So what I'm going to do is pick these up and I'm going to go straight head back upstairs. Because she seems to be making her way towards the office, and you know, that scares me a little bit. So I was going to walk up here and just go and hide out in the corner while she does her thing in the office. However, the AI seems to do something a bit weird here. You'll see it in a second. She does a complete 180. So she walks like she's going to come into the office and then decides not to. I don't know whether that's a bug and it's going to get fixed, or whether that's just a weird part of her AI pathing where she'll just patrol upstairs to not actually do anything. But either way, with her moving away and possibly going down to Zachary's bedroom, I know that I'm clear to come open the painting and then put the code into the safe. The safe code is 1975. If you haven't already figured that out, you can use the icons above the safe and then use the clues around the office to figure it out. You can then head straight back out this window, keeping an eye on the guards and their positions, and then go back the way you came. Now, if you had used a shortcut, you could possibly use the cane to go through the secret passage to the left hand side here, and then take that 1 guard out that's in Zachary's bedroom, as well as and then use the shortcut to go down there, because that would be slightly faster. However, it's a bit of a faff because you then have to worry about where Madame Carlisle is on her patrol, and it's just a little bit easier to go back the way you came. It's not too much of an issue. You also need to make sure you take care of the body in Zachary's bedroom, because Madame Carlisle does go in there and will spot it if you just leave it there. So we've gone back the way we came. As you can see, I walked straight through this time and there was no issues absolutely at all. So now we're going to walk back through. We're going to go back the way we came, down, drop down here. I'm getting spotted by a few people here, so I'm trying to be a bit careful. If there was actually a danger, I could just drop down and quickly go into the bushes to the right of the drop. And those guards down on the path you can see there shouldn't have seen me in that time. So I'm going to wait for those guards to patrol. They're going to walk down towards the graveyard. So once they've walked down towards the graveyard, I'm going to make my way across. You need to keep your distance from the stairs, because otherwise the guard that's up on the higher level will see you. So now we've got our case file. We need to do one more bit of setup, and that's we need to make sure that the photographer is able to take the photograph for the family portrait. So you need to make your way through the hedge maze type thing, and then make your way over to this member of mansion staff over here. Now you need to distract this mansion staff so that you can make your way across to the other side of the mansion. I'm having to wait around here, obviously, because the private investigator's turned up and he's going to talk to him. You can wait for this private investigator to finish talking to this mansion staff, as he will he'll move on eventually back up the stairs on the other side and take a keen interest in some footprints that he's found on the stairs. He's saying he's sure he left 20 quid in, but then he decided that he left a fiver in or something like that. So you need to keep in mind when you're doing this that there's the photographer and also a maid on the left hand side by the fountain. So you need to try and keep, while you're moving across, you need to try and keep your distance. I tend to get spotted by the maid quite a bit, just barely. But as long as you're quick, you shouldn't get outright spotted and asked and be spotted trespassing. She has quite high awareness, as you see there, so I didn't get outright spotted, so I maintained my silent assassin rating, but she thought that she could see something. She came to investigate. So I'm using my crowbar now to open this electrical box and grab the fuse. Now I'm going to, rather than go back the way I came, because it's quite hard to distract the mansion staff going back the other way, I'm going to take the long route and go all the way around the outside of the back garden. Using the hedges for cover. Here I'm watching the security guard till he moves over. As he moves over, I can sneak past and go down that hole in the hedge maze. Now there's some staff on the left hand side, but as long as you're quick, you should be able to get past without any issues. You want to move along here and then go around the very outside of the garden so that you're going around the back. As you can see, I got disconnected from the Hitman servers here, but you're going around the very outside, keeping mindful of these two gardeners at the very back, talking about Zachary and his love of the rhododendron geraniums, or whatever they're called. We're back where we started, of course, but we've got one thing left to do, and that's we need to put the fuse into the electrical box so that the photographer can take the photograph. I believe we're actually fixing his flash boxes, so be careful of these two staff members on the left hand side. That maid can actually spot you quite easily. Now we need to distract a security guard who never moves from this spot ever, and we do this by using a coin to throw over the hedge behind the security box. Now I'm stopping here for a moment because the photographer's patrol route actually takes him over to the electrical box, where he'll exclaim about how it's such backwards technology and he doesn't understand. I just paused here for a second because I wanted to make sure that I hadn't forgotten to pick up the boat key on my way out of the greenhouse when I started the mission. Like I said, if you forgot to pick up the boat key, you have plenty of time to go and pick it up. So it's not a huge issue.
Exist anymore? How old is this shit?
So there we go. The photographer's finished this thing. I wait just a little while for him to come over, and then I throw my first coin. This one doesn't quite go the way I came. I think it lands sort of on top of the hedge. But essentially what I want to do is I want to throw it over the hedge so that the security guard then walks all the way right along the hedge and then walks all the way back. I go and put the second one is on the mark, and so you can see him start to quickly head off to go around the other side of the hedge. While he's walking away, I quickly go and put the cell in, and then that's all my job done for this silent assassin suit only rating. I now go and head over to this pair of bushes right over here. There is absolutely no more risk involved in this. So as you can see, I've sped it up. I am now waiting for the photographer to realise that he's finished. As you can see, the doors start opening and different members of staff come out. So now I'm waiting for the photo to happen. The photo's happened, all the guests, all the family heads back inside, and they go to wait in the sitting room for Madame Carlisle to address the family. And she's going to say, she's going to explain some things. This is really important that we need to do this because it puts our two sort of important characters on the route. Madame Carlisle is going to start on a downstairs route, and Emma is going to now come out into the greenhouse to create her poison. So that's sort of just how that works. You'll be able to see the various members of the family come outside while they're doing their stuff. So we can see, and we're just waiting here for Emma to come outside over to the greenhouse. So there we go, they've finished having the conversation, and you can see that Emma came out on the left-hand door, and also Gregory and Rebecca came out, not Gregory, Edward and Rebecca came out on the right-hand door to have finish their conversation. Emma's slowly making her way over towards the greenhouse. You can see her on the left-hand side, and eventually you'll see her walk in. Now usually when she walks into the greenhouse, you would exclaim how, oh my god, the science equipment has broken, and I can't make the poison to kill my mother-in-law / auntie. So what she's going to do, but now that we fixed it for her at the very beginning of the mission, she's going to walk in and just make her poison, which is brilliant. You know, we're helping her do the wonderful job of assassinating our target for us. So you can see she's going over, she's going to use it, and then she's going to finish off, and then she's going to walk. She's going to spend a little bit of time in there. It's interesting that the mansion staff just walks through the greenhouse right behind her while she's making this poison to kill the lady of the house. That's interesting. Strange and interesting. She's going to finish here at the greenhouse thing. And she's going to leave. I'm just going to walk straight back out, and just going to head back over to the main house. I'm using instinct vision. As you can see, Madame Carlisle is definitely on a downstairs route. We're watching for Emma to walk in that right-hand door. So you can see her walking up the stairs now. She walks in the right-hand door. As soon as she walks into the right-hand door, she's going to walk over to a glass on a table in the sitting room and use the poison in it, as we would do as our trusty assassins normally, if we were going for a classic kill. And then, as part of her route, Madame Carlisle will walk into the sitting room. As soon as she enters the sitting room, she'll walk straight over to the table and take a good old swig of that drink. And then once we've taken the swig of that drink, she's going to die. And we didn't even touch her.
Mission complete.
We didn't even go in that level of on that floor of the building. Yeah, we walk straight over here and exit straight away using the boat key that we found in the greenhouse. And there we have it, folks. That's how you do Silent Assassin Suit Only on Dartmoor really easily. Very little risk involved. You know, you have to interact with maybe 3 or 4 different NPCs. And it's super straightforward. So yeah, that's how you do Silent Assassin Suit Only. I'm going to just show the detailed score to prove to you guys. There you go, Silent Assassin Suit Only, and as you can see, it only took me about 24 minutes to do, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you later, bye bye.